what the best part is, watching the lake light up, the sky light up, fish in the boat, friends. It's pretty hard to beat.
On the camera.
I guess that's mine, eh? They're fine right now, but I have a feeling this is out there. It's only 500 feet out.
Yep, you got a small fish going there. Oh yeah.
20, 26, 27!
27!
27!
Here we go, right here. Somebody get it, right here. Fish on. You know, getting to experience it, showing people what it's like out here. And I can spend all day. I don't have to ever land a fish, but I love to make it happen for people. I think right now the charters are doing great, but as the governor was trying to figure out what to do with COVID and shutting everything down the way she did, you know, all these charter boat captains who work out in the fresh air were shut down, and they lost all kinds of business. And it was right in the heart of their main season, so a lot of guys really got hurt last year. Oh, there's some fish!
4. Let's get them all in. Get them all in. This is what the fun part is, man. Chaos at its best. Oh yeah, this is what it's all about. I don't really, I wish I knew how to do this better. For a while I did learn how to do it. Now it's been years that I haven't fished. I think that if anybody wants to get out and fish, their opportunity is to really check out the fishery. The West Coast is completely different than the East, but you know, Ludington is one of the premier ports in Michigan. You can call the Convention Visitor Bureau, and we've got a list of great charter boat captains, and you know, all along from here all the way up into northern Michigan, into Leelanau Peninsula, we just have unbelievable opportunities and great captains. So I'd encourage them to go whenever they can go.
Let's get a double going. Who's up next? We gotta know who's up next, because we gotta make it happen fast. Come on, fish. First time my daddy brought me up about this high, you know, and so I've seen quite a few of them in, you know, in the early years and stuff, and so I've been coming up here quite a long time.
Well, this is pretty great to have the 50th anniversary. You got a young team going. How are things looking so far right now?
We went a lap down, but we're making time on them.
How long have they been racing for you on Team Stream?
This is first year for everyone on this team, the drivers, except for Bill. But I raced up here for years, until about the mid-90s, and then we retired, and then the 50th annual thing come about. So we were watching the races last year.
When I grew up in Traverse City, when I was younger, we watched the TC250. That was, you know, back in the 70s. I don't know, you watched it too? Okay, yeah. I know they're trying to bring it back and stuff. It's certainly not like the I-500, but I think it was the Triple Crown. You had TC250, Thunder Bay, and then you had the I-500. Those are some good days, and I'm seeing the resurgence, though, of snowmobile racing. So it's good.
I would like to see those tracks come back, too.
I grew up in a neighborhood in Waterford, and everybody my age was a boy except for me. And at 12 years old, they all got motorcycles and off they went. I mowed lawns, babysat, washed dishes, cleaned houses, whatever it took. And I raised $50 and bought a Honda 50, and then I got to go with my friends. When I got the bike, my dad was still alive and really good at mechanics, but unfortunately he passed away less than a year after I got it. And so the neighborhood boy showed me how I could use a fingernail file on the spark plug and rinse it out with a little gasoline, put it back in and get another couple months out of it. Riding is just so much freedom. Yeah, it's all the fresh air, all the senses, everything that you see that you might not in a car. It's that you're with the environment really, and you notice everything. It is a club, it is a group that is willing to take the time and also spend the money to be able to enjoy that fresh air, to feel that environment, to be able to smell everything as you drive, to be able to just be part of the open road. I think the funniest remarks I get is because of my age and gender. That's probably, people look twice because of that. I think it's somewhat unusual to be in your mid-60s, female, and drive a 1200cc Harley. But there's more and more women. Actually, it's the fastest growing group right now.
I don't know, I guess it's in your blood. Anybody that you talk to that's a farmer will tell you it's in their blood, and you just keep doing it. It's a makeshift setup. You know, I always enjoyed working with my dad, and he did with his dad, so we just worked well together, and we had a good time.
All right, here we go.
My two hands mostly now, yeah. Since my son passed away, I've been doing most of it myself. I've got nephews that'll help me out here and there, and if I have to have some help, I can call on help. But my son, my older son, will come up and help me out when I need him. It can be a 9-to-5 job. On weekends for me right now, it's a 9-to-5 job, yeah. No, it's a lot longer than that. Best thinking when you're out here working, because you get you get them going on a machine and something, and the noise is humming, and you can think about other things because it's doing all the work. You got to kind of watch it, but you can get out here and just do a lot of thinking. Not very many people can say that 5 generations have lived on this same property, and we've got the road named after us out here. That's kind of cool too. Not very many people can say that, so it's pretty neat stuff. Well, they were from County Cork in Ireland, in a town called Mill Street. They came through Ellis Island, as our understanding, changed their name because they wanted to be American. So they took the O off the front of O'Daly and added an E and made it D-A-L-E-Y. And from there they traveled working the railroad to, this is the stories I've heard, to Flint area, and they ended up in Flint area, and then they wanted to purchase a farm, and they started looking, Flint area and then also Kings Mill, which is a little town out here where the railroad came from Flint to here. But they were looking at 2 different farms, and one was here and one was where the General Motors plant is in Flint. When you grow up on a farm and you live on a farm and you grow up working with your dad every day, you get so you can actually answer each other's questions sometimes, because you know, we'd have a salesman pull in here and come and talk to one of us and ask us a question, and then they go talk to the other one. The salesman would leave and say, "What'd you tell them?" And we told each other the same thing, so you know, what we wanted or what we didn't want out of it. And then my son and I were the same way. We got in that way. 30 years apart. 30 years. My dad was 30 years older than me, and my son was 30 years younger than I was. It wasn't originally called, but at one point in time they referred to this as Daly Brothers, because my dad's father, my grandfather, and his 2 brothers were farming here together. Every building you'll see on this farm was built by Daly's hands, so my ancestors built every building here. I mean, there was nothing that was hired a different crew to come in. We built them. It's in your blood, and the people whose blood it's in can't seem to get it out of it, and they really want to make it go. Just I like working, so I mean, like doing things with your hands and like working. I think we've got a beautiful place here, and we try to maintain it, and there's a pride involved in it, no doubt.